Sometimes you guys, you make one of those recommendations and you just basically slam your face right into a wall. About a year and a half ago, I made a video recommending a real estate investment app, and it was the wrong call. I mean, it was a bad one. Landa, it's called Landa. You have to download the app on your phone. And I made this video about it, and I recommended the app, and I got like 13,000 views so far on that video. I absolutely take that video back. I do not recommend the Landa app. You can't even get on it right now. They're embroiled in a huge lawsuit. I was doing a little research, and there's just basically one site that's kind of aggregating the information. I've got it right here. If you look at this, whoever this site is, BizNow, I've never heard of them. It's kind of a pain having to register for an account just to read the news on it. But here we go. More than 100 properties owned by fractional real estate investing platform Landa are in the hands of an independent manager who claims the owner has been still trying to collect rents in defiance of a judge's order. This is horrible. You guys, this is really, really bad. I mean, I think this is just simply done. There's a lawsuit between Landa and two of its lenders. So they use sort of like an internal lending system to be able to buy some of these properties, and then using the cash flow to pay those loans off. They have $35 million tied to single-family rentals around the Atlanta area. A judge issued an injunction back in just December, so just 4 months ago, December 2024, ordering Landa to turn over rents, bank accounts, operations of 119 houses to a manager appointed by the lenders, and the lenders are Viola Credit, no finance. The manager said that Landa's executives had disregarded the injunction and drained $724,000 from the properties while directing tenants to pay their rents to a new bank account. Okay. Defendants brazenly have acted as if no restraints whatsoever have been imposed upon them, and in fact, actively have taken steps to circumvent and flout the injunction, says the attorney for Viola Credit in January. This lawsuit is just the latest problem for Landa, which was founded in 2019. 6 years after its founding, Landa's tenants have told BizNow that they live in squalor, and some investors fear a total loss of their money. Landa owns more than 200 single-family houses, mostly around Atlanta. Cohen, the CEO, or the owner, whatever he is an Israeli entrepreneur in his late 20s with no real estate experience, who managed to secure $33 million of venture capital funding. Okay, right here. They amassed their portfolio during the low-interest real estate buying frenzy of 21 and 22. Absolutely, so their payments were low, but they're now bleeding cash. There's a story here about a guy, sorry, Dave, you lost $7,000 investing in 13 Landa properties. I don't think you're really going to see anything here. Kind of if you do the math, you guys, well, let's go right here. So this is really bad right here. More than a month after the judge's injunction ruling to not, to start turning over these rents to the manager of Viola Credit and L Finance, they accused Landa and its employees of covertly opening new accounts and attempting to collect rents directly from his residents and keeping his financial records under wraps. So this guy, appointed as chief restructuring officer for the properties at issue, wrote last month in sworn court testimony that Landa had drained nearly $750,000 of commingled funds from properties' bank accounts over the course of 3 days in December. Okay. Whenever you hear anything about commingled funds, whether you're in real estate, business, anywhere, that's a catchphrase for someone screwing some shit up and is absolutely going fraudulent. I mean, they're going nuclear. Commingled funds is mixing your own personal funds with your client's funds. It's highly illegal. It's against license law. And then you start who you account for. Right? Anyway, you cannot mix your personal funds, and you can't be grabbing or pulling out and paying bills or things out of your client's funds. Those should be in trust accounts that are accounted for every single month. Everyone knows this. Landa refused to turn over its books and had told tenants to pay rents to the newly set up bank accounts. Cohen was attempting to sell or refinance properties that the court had ordered Landa to turn over to Phillips. Jeez. The day after the testimony, the judge ordered Landa to appear in court or face fines or imprisonment. A lawyer was hired shortly thereafter, and he struck a deal with Viola Credit last week. The arrangement requires Cohen to give a deposition on March 5th, which is last month, and to attend a hearing. I don't know what happened with that. It shows right here that in one of their filings, they lost $1.8 million of the first 6 months of last year. That's horrible. The year before that, they lost $404,000. They're bleeding cash. They're going out. They're not going to come back. There's no way they can make this work. So they've got $35 million in outstanding debts against these 119 properties. Even if they sold 119 of these properties for around $350,000 each, which they wouldn't, because if these are in disrepair, but let's just pretend that's like $41 million. By the time you take off 10% on closing costs, which they're going to do, and then you take off attorney's fees and the fact that you're going to have to sell these properties at a discount, even if I was to take a 20% haircut across the top on the gross net, the gross pricing on these properties to get them sold quickly to pay off creditors, which are the $35 million of the two creditors, not the investors in the app. To get 30, they won't get 35 million by selling 119 houses. The best they're going to get is $29 million. And that's just basically, like I said, taking the 30% off the top for 10% closing costs, 20% for any fix-up or additional selling costs or just price reductions because some of these properties are trashed. And me going at $350,000 all around Atlanta might be a little bit high on the price on an average for some of these properties if they're in squalor. So even my numbers at even a really good case scenario really don't see how in the world they're going to be coming up with the $35 million to pay off the two creditors. I'm sorry, you guys, but if you invested in these properties with Landa, I really don't think you're going to be seeing any of your money. My apologies. Thank God I didn't have an affiliate link in my description. I just didn't, and I'm grateful for that. I couldn't have pushed someone to this platform and recommended and made money off it. I'm really happy about that, and I'm really sorry if anyone invested. There is still, now, promotion-wise, I'm going to say Ground Floor is a fantastic app. It's been around for 10 years, and they're really doing a lot of good things. They're paying off money. I have my money invested in Ground Floor. There's a link in the description to it, and if you want to watch my newest video on what Ground Floor is doing that's really interesting, click on the link right here and check this out. It's where you can invest in all of their properties at once at a really good interest rate, and I really think this one's a solid company, you guys. It's where my money's at.